Right, being in the industry for over 4 years, a lot of people, I mean, the main question that I've been facing when it comes to trading is a lot of people ask me what is Forex and don't understand what Forex is, and base the whole concept of Forex on Instagram, of what they see on Instagram of people, lavish lifestyle and having all the nice cars and making quick money, making a lot of money. But sometimes the reality of it, a lot of it might not even be true. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly explain to you what is Forex, and maybe that can obviously broaden your vision or broaden your mind, and we can understand a bit more what Forex is. So Forex stands for foreign exchange. So it's basically an abbreviation for foreign exchange. Now, a lot of us, I mean, pretty much nearly all of us have been on holiday now. Being from England, traveling over now, I'll give you an example. Say you're from the UK, I travelled over to, say, USA, right? So, travelled over to USA. Now, in order for me to buy anything from the USA, I can't use pound, can I? I need to exchange my money to dollar. So that's basically foreign exchange. A lot of us have already been involved and have done some foreign exchange, but the only difference here is we did not make, so I did it dollars, but we did not make any money from that. Now the foreign exchange, when something happens in the world, for example UK, we've had Brexit, we've had Boris Johnson becoming Prime Minister, America, they've had Donald Trump, they've got the riots, they've got a lot of things going on. So when things like that, it affects the economy, right? So when something affects the economy, what happens? The value of that economy drops. So in other words, let me explain to you, right? So you've got the pound, right? So then you've got investors, right? So investors, then you've got the dollar, you've got investors, right? So the way it works is when there's something good going on in the economy, when they're happy, when it's looking very nice and it's looking juicy for the economy, investors come in and pop money in there, or they start making profit off sales, and start making profit of trades and etc. And same thing for the dollar. So when something bad happens, what ends up happening, the investors and the trades scoop low, so the currency drop. This is why when we exchange, sometimes our rates are higher, our rates are low when we go on holiday. Sometimes when they talk about the economy collapsing, it's basically this. I keep doing a dollar, right? That's what's collapsing. So that's what Forex is. So initially, Forex is exchanging one currency to another. Now, what people don't understand, and it's true that there is a lot of money to be made in Forex. I'm not gonna say to you, right? Forex, it's a hit and miss. It's what you put in is what you get out. You need to be able to trade and hold the emotions. There's a lot of psychology behind it, a lot of things. But when you see a lot of people making a lot of money from Forex, it's actually true. There is a lot of people that make a lot of money. Now, let me give you guys an example, right? So foreign exchange is a very liquid market, right? So when you talk about liquidity, we're talking about 5 trillion, right? $5 trillion a day runs through the market and out. Now, when we say $5 trillion runs through the market and out, and everything is traded with a currency, right? For example, like gold, it's dollar, pound, etc. So everything is traded through a currency. Now, because something is traded through a currency, it means when you're exchanging, for example, you got Apple, right? So let's use Apple as an example, right? So Apple, yeah, when they say they buy stuff from Japan, or they buy stuff from China, or they buy stuff from a different country, say they're using dollar, right? When they're exchanging $1 billion, right, over to the Japanese, what happens? There's a 1 billion Japanese yen have entered the Japanese market. So that means that the value of it goes up, right? So when we're saying $5 trillion, we're talking the pharmaceutical industry, the oil industry, the medical industry, the film industry, everything that goes on in the world, right? Now, when everything goes on in the world and everything that happens in the market, it gets traded for a currency. When that currency, at the end of the day, when they close off, we're looking at about $5 trillion. So when you're seeing people making a lot of money from Forex, it's actually true. They do actually make a lot of money, but there's a big but, yeah? It's not as easy as people make it out to be. I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to say to you guys, oh, you know what, become Forex traders today, tomorrow you're going to wake up and you've got £1 million in your bank account, because it doesn't work like that. It never works like that, and it will never work like that. Okay, so it's all about finding the right individual, finding the right people to get yourself involved in the Forex industry, or finding the right individual to help you become a trader. And you know, it's all about the psychological side of it. Also, like, one of the main questions we also receive is, why should I trade Forex? Now, the thing is with Forex, right, it's not something that you take on if you don't want to, right? It starts off as for us personally, it started off as a hobby. Like, it was nice, you know, putting trades on, making a bit of money. Like, we weren't even making that much, making £5-10, you know, going out for a meal. And you know, we used to pay that for us. Like, we used to pay for certain things and feel like, oh wow, I just made that money back, and that's interesting. Go and buy a pair of trainers. All right, I just made that money back, and it's quite interesting. But at the same time, we all had a 9-to-5 job. I mean, it's okay to have that. And those who say to you, oh no, forget a 9-to-5 and jump into Forex, like, disregard things like that. And Forex, you've got to take steps into trading. Like, I mean, and I keep saying this, it's a psychological, like, there's a whole bunch of psychology behind trading. So back to, why should you trade Forex? Now, Forex, you can do it as a part-time thing. Okay, you do it on the side, right? You don't need a lot of money to start trading Forex. Now, it's an investment. You invest into a business, you invest into education, you invest into studies. We all do investments as we go on with our lives. Now, like, for example, you might have been to university. Yes, you invested. What if you're from the UK, something like 9k person? I've never been to uni, so I don't really know how much the cost is that. But for example, you invest into certain things, and that's basically what Forex is. You're investing in yourself now, and investing into making money. And also, you can do it part-time. Now, the Forex market, sorry, there's a lot going on here. It's 24/5, right? So that's the Forex market. So the Forex market it runs for 24 hours, 5 days a week. Obviously, Friday night closes and opens back Sunday night. Just the way the banks move. The banks open when it comes to transactions, and you know, and things like that. So 24/5. So you can do that part-time. You can trade like at night time when you come home from work, or you can trade out in the morning if you're on night shifts. You can do it as part-time. You can put one trade a day. You can do long-term trades that last for 3-4 days, or even months or years, and etc. So that's entirely your choice. You've got this low commission. You know, like I said, it's very liquid. You've got generates $5 trillion. It's very, very liquid, and you can make small minimal money. Now, when I got involved in trading, obviously I didn't understand the concept of becoming a successful trader. There's a lot of things, like there's a lot of psychology that comes with it, or there's a lot of it's a lot of patience. You have to be patient. You can't come into the market and try making $1 million today, because I promise you, you will lose the money that you started with, and that's the truth. So looking at coming in, and I was lost, you understand? So I was just basically doing what I thought was right. And when I started sitting with traders and started understanding the psychology and started understanding the way they work, I understood that with Forex, and this is a little tip for every single person, whether you're a trader or not, is small, small return, but consistent is better than large returns and not consistent. You're probably thinking, wow, I can make a lot of money in one go and I can sit back, but no, this is how it works. Now, let me flip this. Let me just flip. Okay, so let me flip this. Say, for example, right, you have a consistent return of 10% a month, right? So you look at 10% every single month. Say you started off with 1,000, right? Okay, then 100 and so on and so forth. Do you understand? So if you're consistent at 10%, you'll be consistently making a wage out of trading, right? But if you make a lot of money, this is what happens to a lot of people, and I've witnessed this, and I know a lot of traders have witnessed this, and so many people do go through this, right? Is in terms of consistency, say you made 30%, right, 1 month on 100, on 1,000, sorry, right? Obviously that's 300, right? And then next month you lost 500, right? So automatically you've gone minus 20%. Why? Because when you're losing 500 out of 1,300, you've automatically gone down to £800. You see that? That's how powerful trading is. Small returns and consistency is better than the large returns and being inconsistent. And that's the reality of it. Now, if you guys have any questions, and you guys make sure you obviously like this video and subscribe to our channel. And if you guys have got any questions, got any information, anything that we can help you with, just make sure you contact us on Reliance FX, on our Instagram, on our YouTube channel and everything. But thank you guys.